It's like 6 in the morning. I haven't even worked yet. It's awesome. I love it. I love Teen Wolf. There's our director, Russell Mulcahy.
Hey,
And JD, our first AD. Yeah, you have poop on your shirt. Did you know that?
Let me try that again. Whew.
Hello,
Hi, I'm Shelly Hennig, and welcome to.
I'm Colton Haynes, and we are back on the set of Teen Wolf.
The movie.
Welcome back to Beacon Hills.
We're back in Atlanta. We're filming. We're at the stage right now. This is our second day here in Atlanta, and we're already diving right into it. I have gruesome makeup on, and we're gonna do some heavy scene work today. We're back.
It's pretty exciting to be back for a movie. We get to do a story that's maybe over 2 hours long. It's heroic, it's got a lot of action, it's got a lot of suspense, it's got romance, of course. So it actually feels like a season 7 of Teen Wolf all wrapped up in one movie.
Saying Teen Wolf the movie is wild. I would never expect us to be back here. And it feels like the most comfortable, sweet, nostalgic old shoe. You put it right back on and it's like you haven't left it for a day.
It's tremendously exciting to be back on Teen Wolf. I heard rumblings that this was going to happen last year. So you start to get like, oh my God, it's going to happen. You call people. It's like, did you know about this? This is real.
And then when it started going, it happened like that. Next thing you know, I'm like, whoa, I'm in Atlanta. Whoa, it's my family again. It just warms your heart.
We just looked at each other last night. We're like, look at it. Look, we're here.
It was nice to experience something that I thought I never was going to experience again. Because when they say it's a wrap, it's kind of like you kind of, with your heart, say goodbye to not only the world you got to create, but the people that you got to create it with. And seeing them all again is just like Twilight Zone in the best way.
This is full-on family. Like, it couldn't be more family than this vibe and this show, and it's great.
I always made the analogy that this is where I was raised, this is where I went to high school, and then when you had to send me out into the world into college, it's like, you're literally leaving home.
Being back on set has really been amazing. Not everybody gets a chance to come back to a family that you love and you want to spend time with. We're all friends on this set, and so it's been an amazing experience. And to come back to Atlanta has been a full circle experience for a lot of us, because we started in Atlanta, moved out to LA, and here we are.
Working on Teen Wolf seriously is like being in a big family. We started this, 12 years ago, I think? 11 years ago, something like that. And even this morning, I'm driving Holland to work. We're all still doing our group naps and just hanging out, and it really does feel like we did this less than a year ago.
We're like any other family. We are so far from perfect, but we love each other genuinely. We've been through a lot. We've told some difficult stories. We've shared some difficult moments in front of the camera and behind. We are genuinely like every family out there.
Most people don't like their family, so if being in Teen Wolf is like being in a big family, I don't know if that's a good thing, but I haven't worked on enough productions to know. And it's very annoying when the actual movie shoot is interrupting my digital package.
Teen Wolf is family, which makes it really awkward when you have to make out with one of the cast members, which I have to do coming up, and I won't spoil who, but let's just say their text to me after reading the script was, "No!" in all caps, because he has to make out with me, and he's like a brother. It's gonna be great.
Hey everybody, it's Tyler Posey here on the set of Teen Wolf. Let's see who's here today. Here we have Alice Argent, Scott McCall, together, forever and always. Here we have the one and only Lydia. She has the whole trailer to herself. Her personality is such that it needs an entirety of a double banger trailer is what we call them when there's 2 people. This is a triple banger because we've got Argent, Jackson, and Melissa. Oh, here's the best stuff right here. This is the heart and soul of Teen Wolf right here. This is where it all started, ladies and gentlemen. The freaking Jeep. Ow, it's really hot. Look at it. It's the same exact one from the very beginning. These leaves have been there for 17 years, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go inside. Let's take a little tour inside. I don't know if anyone's ever taken a little tour in here. It's like a little tin can. When it would rain, the rain would leak through the holes, and we'd be like, oh! Dude, the rain's leaking on us. Here's the awesome radio station thing. Where is it? There it is. It worked for a little bit. This is the guardrail. Whenever Dylan was driving the Jeep, it was pretty frightening because he had just learned how to drive the stick, and I was always in here with him, and we were always starting on a hill. So we had to like let go of the brakes. We would roll back 50 feet, scream, felt like we were gonna flip every single time. It was great though. That was what Teen Wolf was in the beginning. So there it is. There's the freaking Jeep. It's hot as in there.
One of the coolest things when I came back, I saw people that I did not expect. Like my favorite people seeing, like I love the cast. The cast is amazing. But I loved seeing the same makeup people, the wardrobe people, sound people. Back in LA, like almost everyone that was a part of the show came back.
And have them come back and join us, that just takes it to a whole other level, you know?
Well, now over here we have all of our friends. Everybody say hi. There's our trusty crew in and out for the wee hours in the morning.
I think working with the actors and the crew on Teen Wolf is what made all of us come back. We worked with them a decade ago. I mean, we grew up with them. Keep going from there. We go, boom. It is an amazing experience to come back, and it feels like a family reunion.
Man, when I saw Russell and JD, it was just so nice. Like it was one of those things where they looked the same, so it felt like I was in a time capsule.
JD is our first AD and Russell is our director.
Here we go.
I love Russell and JD. I mean, it's Russell and JD.
Working with Russell and JD is a dream. They were both on the first season. Russell directed the pilot.
Freeze.
Reset.
Reset.
Here we go. And action.
Action.
This is the director, Russell. Russell, let me just say something about Russell, okay? He's been around for a long time, okay? He actually directed the first video on MTV, okay? He's been around that long. We'll wheel him back to the home later once we wrap.
Oh, hello, darling. How are you? My sweetness. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Good. Okay, so you're up there.
We all love Russell. Russell has been amazing from the start. He really is kind of our captain, and he pulls us through every scene, and he's a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun on this set. We're really, really, really lucky.
Hello, everybody. So we're doing Colton's cam right now. Also have my nifty camera, my paparazzi camera, that I'm gonna take sneaky pictures of everyone on set. Okay, I made it on set, but I don't think anyone's on set. Nope, no one's on set. So, I guess I'm just gonna wait, see if I can find anyone. Maybe they left because I just got here.
I was blessed to be on this show. I feel like we all were. Not every time when you get on a series do you truly enjoy working with everyone.
My fellow co-stars. They make me cry, they make me laugh, they make me piss myself. They pick me up when I'm down. They read poetry to me. I read poetry to them. We hold hands, we dine together, we act together, we fight together, as in on camera. What a dream.
The thing about us, who we are, and the relationship that we've made over the years is that we can be super silly and weird and crazy, but we also do know each other really well and know when, you know, the other is going through something, and so we do try to lend an ear or whatever. And
I've kept in touch with pretty much everybody through the years. And, you know, we won't see each other for months or sometimes years, and then we see each other and it's like you just pick straight back up, like you do with really good friends.
I mean, Kylan and I have been best friends since we were like 12 or 13. We lived together, and so I see him the most for sure.
Colton and I actually lived together for about a year and a half at my house, and Shelly and I both love to dance. Crystal moved to New York. I mean, it's just wild seeing how we all moved on with our lives, but we definitely still make time to see each other.
Yeah, I'm a stand-up comedian, and what really happens, here's the truth, okay? A lot of these people that work on this show, they're full of shit. Can you say shit? Okay, they're full of shit. So I don't see them for years, and they go, oh man, when can I come see a show? When are you performing in LA? I perform in LA all the time, okay? They say this every time I see them, and then what happened? Anyone want to guess what happened? They don't come see a show. Okay? So I'm on to it. I'm on to it. This is like a big family. Big families say things like, I'm going to come see a show and never come see a show.
Orny did ask me where I live. I think he was trying to gauge whether or not I could have come to see some of his shows.
But Russell comes to see my shows. Russell will see me at the Comedy Store. Jeff Davis has seen me at the Comedy Store. Jeff Davis has seen me at the Laugh Factory. Jeff Davis and Tyler Posey has seen me at the Improv. And even Ian Bowen came to see me in Burbank. So those are my friends. Everybody else.
I've not seen Orny's shows. I haven't gone and seen Orny's shows. I do think he's a funny bleep, bleep, bleep. Can I say it? We're saying movie, right? He's a funny I mean, I think we all know that. But no, I've never been to one of his shows.
Stop saying you're going to come see a show and then not come see a show.
I have been here since day one, and I've watched the kids grow up over the years. And while they've got mothers and fathers of their own, it's sort of like I felt that kind of paternal thing, because I would watch them and I'd be like, oh, don't do that. Or, oh, do that.
I guess the progress that people have made in terms of just growing up is wonderful. I'm in love with my castmates, and they just keep getting better and better and better.
Ian's been lovely. I call him Daddy. Really makes him mad.
I think the relationship between the kids and the adults is hilarious on screen, because off screen, we're all just big kids. We're all actors at the end of the day. The youthful energy is in no short supply, no matter how old anybody is on this set.
Done. Finished. We'll post it. We'll fix it.
Oh, wow. Take you to the hair and makeup trailer. What's going on here? This is the hair and makeup trailer right here. Okay. There's the star, the real star of the show, way down there, Crystal Reed. This is where we all come and get very pretty. I'll be back. All right. There's our stunt guys. I'm doing a tour. I don't know. Chris Brewster, RJ Wolf. His last name's Wolf. Can't get any better than that. And he's the best looking person here. Making me look bad. And then we go into set, and here we have a giant. This is how the actors sneak past the director. We crawl through this tube, and then we're on set. Some of the actors don't like to be seen, kind of like a wife, a bride to be, doesn't like to be seen in her dress. Sometimes we don't like to be seen until they have to say action on camera. So we crawl through that little tube.
Look, here we go.
Some fake rocks. Me and Allison are going to be standing up on these a little bit later.
Working with the original cast, who are all now several years older, it's kind of amazing for me to see how their talent has grown, their acting chops have gotten better, but they're still the same people we made Teen Wolf with all those years ago. They have the same sort of youthful enthusiasm, the same sort of willingness to work all day long.
I like to call it middle-aged Wolf because, running down a hall, their knees might not work as well as they used to. They're not as spry as they used to be back when, Tyler and company were 19.
Well, being older, we're all falling apart on this set. All the cast members have some ailment, injury, so for stunt work, we have to stretch and ice and do lidocaine patches.
We all kind of look the same, but just a little more gray hair to cover up. That's for Holland, not for me.
They call writing mental ditch digging, but with Teen Wolf, there's always a joy to it. There's always scenes that I'm excited to write, moments between characters. So it was really kind of a wonderful experience to come back into this world and play with these characters again.
When I read Teen Wolf movie, the same thing happened to me that happened every time I read a script for the Teen Wolf seasons, which was the way that Jeff writes Malia. Malia just feels like the most natural character that I've ever played. However, I am adding a lot more vulnerability. I think like the late 20s might be like a little confusing of a time, and I've kind of incorporated that with Malia. So we're gonna see her in a little bit different light. I think she's gonna be a little less grounded.
It's just bizarre that I played a teenager up until 30, and then now all of a sudden I get to play my age. So there's a warpedness to living in this world of Beacon Hills. I would say playing Lydia now, there's not so many antics involved. There's not so much pretense behind her agenda. She's more just there to get the job done and has more of a humility about her. Calmer than the teenage Lydia.
Parrish has developed little bits here and there. He has more control of his power in this movie, which you will find out, which I think is pretty neat. I've always wanted him to have more control. You know, I've always wanted him to be more helpful. Sometimes Parrish in the past was not necessarily helpful. Sometimes he was a problem. So at least in this film, you know, he's got more control of that, and you know, he's not as much of a liability. That part's, I find, really cool.
I think playing Sheriff Stilinski is still the same. I mean, he's been in Beacon Hills all these years and doing his job. Beacon Hills is still Beacon Hills.
The fashion influences have definitely have taken a hold of Jackson, and he comes back a little more chic in a way. Kind of high-waisted, blousey pants, and you know, he's wearing a lot of silk. So, as one does when they return from Europe after 10 years.
Something like that.
I think that works.
So I'll be behind
There is a difference playing Liam now versus when we were doing it on the show. I get to play a new part of Liam's life, a part of his life where he's found more responsibility and found a life of his own outside of Beacon Hills, and then, you know, he comes back and a lot of stuff goes down.
So playing Mason now is definitely different because of just, let alone like his role. I got to see like where he ended up, and like being a protector of some sorts, being a deputy, it makes a lot of sense. And he has a lot of like wherewithal with werewolves and the supernatural things. So I think for now, Mason's a little more grounded, but he still is. He's just kind of quirky and offbeat sometimes. And I really like playing that essence of Mason as a cop, which is a very serious role.
I would say, as far as Peter Hale's development between then and now, it's not any different so far. I have these things in my mind that I'm working for, but I don't know if they will translate on screen yet. But it's definitely gliding up, but it's at such a slow pace that I don't know if it's noticeable. So I just do the same, but more, but less.
Hi, buddy. I love Buggy. First season, I always said if we get a second season of the show, I'm getting a dog. And I call it a single mom at 25, raising this dog. All right, you want to go walking? We have Teen Wolf babies on this set. People met here, and then now they have kids. This is one of, I think, like 2 or 3 Teen Wolf dogs.
So having Flyful on set is just as annoying as it always has been. She rode to work with me this morning and almost caused a bunch of wrecks because she wanted to drive, apparently, but she's not a human, she's a dog.
Fightful, don't go too far, my love.
Guys, there's literally no one here. Empty sets. Maybe I'm not even supposed to be here today. I don't know. Guess we'll find out. But here's some sets. No one's here. I don't know. I feel like people are playing a joke on me. But I guess we'll find out soon, right? And we'll do it together. Here, on Colton's Cam.
Last time we were here, we were all here for 6 months or more. So we had, apartments and houses, and now we're at this hotel all together, which is really nice because like normally we were spaced out, and it's just really fun. It feels like we're on vacation. It does not feel like work.
When we're in Atlanta and we have free time, we generally just eat together. We pick a restaurant and sit around a table and tell stories and laugh and relax. In the downtime, you don't want to go too crazy because the next week of work is right around the corner. So we just like to visit.
Oh my God, since we've been in Atlanta, it's been a lot of hanging out. And a lot of headaches in the morning and a lot of laughing at night.
Luckily, our hotel has a really nice lounge or lobby where there's like these huge couches and we just like hang out there. It's easy. We're tired after work. We don't want to go out too far. They've got great burgers. There's no point in going anywhere else. All throughout these dark halls and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of feet of emptiness are sets. I think Derek's house is over here. There's lunch. Everybody loves the free freaking food, right? This is where lunch is gonna happen. But there's the dessert.
Really?
So what everybody wants right there. Look at that. What kind of cake is that?
Carrot cake.
Ooh. Love some carrot cake. There you go, you guys. We go to our trailers, we get made up, and then we crawl through the little tube. And then we're on set. And movie magic happens. Thanks for hanging out with me. This was Tyler Posey giving you a tour of Teen Wolf, the movie, the set.
The most rewarding part about being back on Teen Wolf and being with the fam is obviously the fam, but I can't help but think how excited the fans are gonna be.
The script is fantastic. It's really exciting, and it's funny, and it's scary, and it's dangerous, and it's heartfelt. So I'm hoping that all of that transfers from the page onto the screen.
I like the storyline. It's where we left off. You know, we get Allison back, which is really fun and nostalgic, and all the fans are gonna love it.
So it should be like there, right there? Okay.
When I heard the idea early on that we were going to delve into the idea of bringing Allison back, you know, it was just like, right, I don't know what else would make sense for us to do right now. The show started about their relationship, that love story. So, yeah, I think it makes perfect sense for this story to be about that.
And we're trying to throw in little homages of the entire season in one movie. So it's a lot of work, but we're making it happen, and I'm excited to see the rest of it.
One of the things we really concentrated on when outlining the movie and coming up with the ideas was to give fans an uplifting story, to give them some excitement, some hope. There's definitely danger, there's definitely sacrifices in the movie, but I think people are going to come out feeling good about it. And that's the best feeling in the world, when you watch a movie and you feel that sort of uplifted feeling, that feeling of positivity and hope. That's what we're going for here.
Wait, I think we found our first victim. Look who it is. It's Mama McCall.
In real life.
Hello. Welcome to Colton's Cam.
Hi. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you're my first guest.
Oh, yay!
Yeah. How are you feeling being on set? We have another person on
dual
Colton's
guest.
Cam. On the count of
Colton's
three,
Cam?
let's sing Colton's Cam. It's my new show.
All right.
1, 2, 3.
Colton's Cam.
Why didn't we all go slow and campy?
Because
we all went kind of.
Colton's Cam.
Because when you think of Colton's Cam, you think of a ballad. Yeah. So, you guys are my first contestants.
Contestants. Oh, do we have to run a
It's not a
gauntlet?
game.
What are we playing for?
Are we eating spiders?
I don't know.
Let's not go crazy.
Colton's Cam.
Colton's Cam.
I'm really thankful and grateful that we have this opportunity to come back and for you guys to enjoy it as much as we have. And I really hope you enjoy the Teen Wolf movie. Bitches.
That's the bite we want right there. You see that? All that mayo? That's what I'm looking forward to the most. Welcome to Unwrapping. Welcome to another segment of Unwrapping. The first episode, we unwrapped my pants. Now we're going to unwrap my Jimmy John's Italian. Okay, the reason why the sandwich is so special to me is that when Italian sub sandwiches, whether it's a hoagie, whether it's a sub, whether it's a hero, are my favorite things in the world. I'm a big sub sandwich person. I always try to find like the hole-in-the-wall sub shop, get the special dressing on it, Italian dressing, the shredded lettuce. Ooh, look at that, already leaking out of it. That's a good sign. We have, looks like provolone. You can't have an Italian sub without onions. And we got the onions, we got the shredded lettuce, just like I was talking about. Look at that, it looks like we have like an oregano spice blend on here. I don't see any red wine vinaigrette. That would change the game. But we do have mustard and mayonnaise, so I think we'll be okay. Let's apply. We want a full cover job. And then we got to get the mustard on there too. Really, it's hard to eat an Italian sub without some sort of secret sauce, without some sort of red wine vinaigrette or chili spread. Okay, here we go. First impression, the bread's definitely plain. Not a lot going on there. It really oversaturates the flavor of everything at first, but now here come the notes of salami. A little bit of provolone, the lettuce. I don't taste the condiments yet. Here we go in, number 2. Okay, mouthful of mustard, mayo. Really good. That's what you want. You want everything to be spewing out of your mouth when you take a bite of it. Getting the onion. Onion's good. Onion bites through. The onion's a hard cut. Really cuts through the rest of the flavors. Okay. Now we're getting the real notes of the bread. The wheat's coming through. It's definitely not sourdough, but there's a hint of something sour in there. All onion. That's what you want. You know what? I just had my first hint of oregano seasoning though. That upped the rating a little bit more. I'd give it a I'd give this a 6. 6 out of 10. See you next time.